Welcome to this video on the Infront Active Directory Management Pack for System Center Operations Manager. I'm Mickey Gousset, a Principal Consultant Team Lead at Infront Consulting Group. Infront Consulting Group is a gold managed partner focusing on the System Center family of products from both a training and consulting perspective. The Infront Active Directory Management Pack for System Center Operations Manager is designed to monitor for computers that are in your Active Directory that do not have a SCOM agent installed on them. So these would be computers that are not being monitored by SCOM, so therefore SCOM is not verifying the health of the computers or the applications on those computers. The Management Pack gathers both event and performance data related to those computers and will trigger alerts when computers are found without agents. This allows you to be proactive in installing agents on those computers or otherwise determining why those computers aren't being monitored in your environment. So let's look at how the Management Pack works. To get started with the Infront Active Directory Management Pack, we first need to install and import the Management Pack. Once you run the Infront Active Directory Management Pack installer, it will copy by default to the C drive to an Infront directory, the infront.activedirectory.mp. The next step will be to import this Management Pack into Operations Manager. So in the Operations Manager console, we can go to the Administrative Workspace, go to Management Packs, right-click, Import Management Packs. Under the Add button, we can say Add from Disk. We can choose to search the online catalog for any dependencies we might need. I'll click No. And then we will select the Management Pack we want to import, in this case the Infront Active Directory.mp. Now you can see I already have this Management Pack imported, but at this point you would click the Install button and it would import the Management Pack into Operations Manager. I'll click Cancel. Once the Management Pack is imported, if we go to the Monitoring Workspace, then you'll see that there's a new folder, the infront.activedirectory.mp. And in that folder, we have three different views. We have a view of any of the alerts that the Management Pack will throw. We have a view of the computers without agents, an event view, which will give us a list of the computers that don't have agents installed. And we have a performance view, which will give us a count of the computers without agents installed. And then finally, we do have a view to our Infront Consulting Group website where you can see information related to training that we offer around System Center products, as well as access to our services information as well, and other solutions that we may provide, such as Management Packs and Integration Packs. Once we've imported the Management Pack, the next step is to enable the rules that are in the Management Pack, because the rules by default are disabled. So what we want to do is go to Authoring, and under Management Pack Objects, go to Rules, and we want to look for the Root Management Server. Because the Root Management Server are where the three rules that the Management Pack uses are targeted. So you can see here are the three rules that are in this particular Management Pack. So for each rule, we will need to enable it. So I can right-click on a rule, and I can go to Overrides, override this rule for all objects, and I can set the enable to be true. Now by default, these rules are going to run once a day. You can change that if you want to have it run every 6 hours or every 4 hours, depending on what your process is. But by default, they are enabled to do a check once a day. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to change the check to be every 2 minutes just so we can speed up the process. Now we need to save any overrides you create need to be saved into their own management pack. So what we'll do is we'll create a new management pack here and we'll call it the infront.activeDirectory.overrides. And then that way any overrides we create for the Infront Active Directory Manager Pack are stored in their own manager pack, which makes it easy to move those overrides around. So we'll click OK. And this enables the alerting rule in the manager pack. So we want to do the same thing for the event collection rule. So we'll say override for all objects. We'll enable it. Again, for testing purposes, we're going to set this to be every 2 minutes. And we will store this in the Infront Active Directory Overrides Management Pack. And then finally, we'll enable the perf collection rule. And the reason we provided a performance collection rule was to be able to give you a graph to show you if the number of servers that don't have agents is going up or going down. So again, we'll enable this. For testing purposes, we'll set it to 120 seconds. And we'll click OK. So now that we've overridden these rules to enable them, at this point, Operations Manager will go out and start running these rules and collecting information. Back over in our monitoring space, if we go to our Active Directory alerts, and you can see we've just had our first alert that was thrown for us. Less than a minute ago. And if I select that alert, then I can see that it was targeting this particular computer, which is our root management server. One or more computers have been found in the Active Directory domain that are not being monitored. So I've found 11 computers right now that are not being monitored, and I provide you that list of computers as well. We can also double click this alert to view the information. So what this does is this gives us a list of all the machines that don't have SCOM agents on them. So these are machines that SCOM is not actively monitoring right now. So these are machines that we may want to go put agents on or investigate why aren't we monitoring these particular machines. This is our event view. So you can see our event information has not updated yet, so that event rule has not run yet to gather its information. And if we change our performance counter to be today, we'll change it from 6:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Then the performance counter, you'll notice we don't have a performance counter down here to add to the view yet. That's because the manager pack hasn't been parsed yet to provide that information. So this is where we have to wait on the internal processes of SCOM to parse out our overrides and put that information there. After pausing the video for a few minutes, we were able to let the rules initialize and run. And now you can see in our Active Directory MP Alerts view, we have multiple alerts that have come in. We're running this every 2 minutes, so you can see they're running every 2 minutes. And the alert contains both the number of machines that were found without agents as well as those machine names. We have an event view that shows us the servers that need to be updated that don't have agents on them. And then we have a performance view, which is showing us the number of servers without agents. So as you can imagine, as you let this run over time, we could see this dip down or dip up depending on what's happening in our environment. I hope you've enjoyed this brief video on the Infront Active Directory Management Pack for System Center Operations Manager. For more information on this management pack, or for anything related to Infront Consulting Group, please contact us at sales@infrontconsulting.com.